Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel. I'm fixing my phone, sorry. This is a general love message for the month of July. Let's see what's coming on for Aries. And as always, thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Now, whether you're single, coupled, or you're looking for a relationship, there's something here for you. And if you like the messages and what you hear and you feel like it could benefit somebody else, please do share my messages. And if you like a personal reading with me, whoa, a card is falling out here. That information is in the description box down below. Okay, so the first card out from the Starseed Oracle, we have Loosen Your Grip, Aries. It says coping mechanism, density, addiction, let God in. Wow, it's such a powerful message here. As you see, there's two people that are really falling through. And this is really allowing, it's that, it's like the things that you cannot control. So it'd be like that devil card, right? Where it's like, where we become addicted to a relationship, or our addictions could be affecting a relationship. Take it however, and what are addictions? Whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, porn, lies, deception, being bondaged, negative thinking, old belief system, any of those things, right? Those are things that people become addicted to. And this is saying, what are you using to cope? So coping mechanisms is using one of those to cope with another. But as you see, two people are falling down. So this to me is a breaking of a foundation. So it's almost like a devil and a tower card at the same time, where two people are really falling through. And it's saying, there's behavior here and that you're to look at, whether it's your behavior or your partner's behavior, or if you're not in a relationship and this is you in a past relationship, or your past, the past loved ones that you have been in, have you been in addiction? Were you with people that were addicted? Did you allow the universe in? Did you allow that surrender? Did you let go of control, the need to control? So there's a lot of messages that come with that, that talks about relationships here, right? So let's go to the soul's journey and let's see what the soul's journey has in store for you. We have the card, look at that, at the bottom of the deck, I do have relationship, and so definitely a relationship reading. And here we have the Judgment card, and it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Absolutely. So what happens if we're in judgment with another relationship? What we're actually doing is looking at our own selves right now. The judgment is all about liberation. It's about raising your vibration. And judgment, how does that serve anyone or anything? Because we are all here to have our own experiences, and we get in relationships that really mirror where we are internally, and we get to really see where it is that we're in judgment with that. So this really would be opening up your crown and your third eye chakra to allow a higher self, source, angels, guides in, and really letting go of the control, letting go of the judgment, and also the addictions and anything that could be in the way of having a healthy relationships. A healthy relationship has no judgment. A healthy relationship does not control the other person. So, what kind of relationship are you in at this time? Is it healthy? Is it for your highest good? And are you judging yourself? Are you being judged? So these are all the things that is coming out in the reading. And then we are using the fairies, and it says, like I said, higher consciousness. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. So we have the card of higher consciousness here. And right now, we're all elevating to a higher self, to what it is that, your soul, your higher self wants you to experience when it comes to relationships. And that would be what? That would be raising your vibration. So the universe is asking you to raise your vibration, because you're receiving the guidance right now from your true self. That is here it is, the Judgment card says, you have a card that says, let go of control, let go of judgment, and listen to your higher self, which is you. Your higher self is you. It's that divine universal wisdom that you are. It's saying, are you listening to that, or are you listening to fear? Where's your mind right now when it comes to this? And this is, it's just for you to really look at how you're feeling in regards to relationships. Look at your thoughts. What are your thoughts saying at this time? Are you hearing and are you understanding your own inner voice? Because your higher self is talking to you. Your higher self wants to free you from control, from addictions, and any judgments that you are facing at this time. You could be judging yourself on past relationships. You could be elevated because of past relationships. There's so many ways that this could go. Depends if you're in a relationship or not. So for those that are in a relationship, it is saying for you to let go of any control and anything that you're trying to use to cope with a relationship, and to really look at that. Look at the things that you need outside of you to cope with the inner part of you. That's because it's suppressed and you're not looking at it. And when you liberate yourself, and when you understand that we all have our own story, we all have our own demons, and we all have our own ways of awakening, not and it doesn't matter if two people are right now, to me, have fallen in different directions, but both have fallen is what I'm getting from this. And it's just, so what? The reason is so you can raise your vibration, so you can trust your inner compass, your north node. And it's asking you to really trust that. And I will be doing clarifiers as well. But let's see with the door and virtue. This is absolutely, wow, what a beautiful divine message. I mean, if you were just to take this in a divine way, then you would see that here. Reconciliation at the bottom of the deck. So someone from your past is returning to your life. And then we says, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So, for me, this is the masculine version of ourselves. We all have that. So what part of you is being hurt right now? Is it the feminine or is it the masculine? And also, when you are in a partnership with another, how do we give that relationship a chance? By really being honest, by coming out of blame, by coming out of pointing the finger, by really looking at yourself and what the relationship is here to mirror back to you, and what it is here to teach you, so you can come to a place of a higher love, right? Not from a place of ego, fear, addictions, control, but rather from a space of true love, from a place of understanding, from a place of forgiveness, compassion, empathy. Excuse me, and I'm losing my voice, so it's like, some of you could have been yelling or, not being able to speak. I'm only going to take one card. So we have, I don't deserve you, better off without me. So this is my own twin flame deck. And some of you could be feeling that way. Some of you could be feeling like you're not being respected or loved, or someone's not seeing your value and your worth, or that person could be feeling that way as well. So this is now about, this card comes out and says, so I put, I don't deserve you, you're better off without me. And the reason why I wrote that on my twin flame card is that is so much ego. That is such a, chicken shit way out. But there's also truth to that, because if somebody is not ready to show up in a partnership, one of a higher consciousness without judgment, and who has worked through any fears and addictions, then yes, there's going to be a lack of worthiness in a relationship, which can really suffer, right? So there's a lot of things that goes with that. Let's go ahead and start clarifying, and let's see. From the tarot, I'm using the Muse. Let's see the cards that want to come out. I do have the card of Two of Inspiration. So the Two of Inspiration, in its reversal, it would be the Two of Wands. One that he's looking, or she is looking, outside into new horizons, but it's still here within the void of the past, still looking at the past. So there's a fear here of change, of going through in a new way, maybe a new way, one that is not based on judgment or addictions, of higher consciousness. As somebody could still be stuck in that, whether both parties are, or one person is, whether one person left and one person stayed. So it's going to be different for a lot of different people that are watching. So this is asking you, are you in the present moment, are you in a place of surrender, or are you being controlled, or are you trying to controlling? Is there a fear of doing life, doing partnership, doing love in a new way? And you really may want to look at that. For the card of Eight of Material in Judgment, Eight of Material, as you see, her hands are all over the place, or all over the map. So this, to me, in a relationship reading, right, this could be many different partnerships, family, friends, and things that has taught you. So these are the lessons that have been learned in regards to judgment. Have you learned your lessons? You know, have you learned that along every friendship, every relationship, that you've gotten to see your dynamics with each person, and that how can you possibly have judgment in any of these relationships, because every single one of them was a hand to bring you into this place of freeing yourself from any judgment. The higher consciousness comes with the Muse of Material. So this would be a new portal of stability. This would be the Pentacle, the higher consciousness. Your higher self is saying, hey, come this way, because the way that you've been doing it has not been very stable. It hasn't been grounding. It hasn't really been fruitful. It hasn't been that kind of abundant life. And your higher self wants you to experience a new way of having all that is abundant in this planet that we live in, this Earth planet. So the 5D consciousness, right, to where whatever you're thinking, you're manifesting. So it's asking you to go through a new portal of safety, security, love, and experiencing life and love in a new way, one that is harmonious, one that is based on a higher vibration. So if you're not in a relationship right now, it is just saying, you know, and then I do have the card of the Fool. Now this card of the Fool, when I picked it, was in its reversal. I turned it over. So give your relationships a chance. Some of you may feel like a fool if you don't. Some of you may feel that you don't want to take that risk anymore. Some of you don't want to make a foolish decision. And I will clarify the Fool, because in this way is like, okay, let's start on for those that are more evolved would say, okay, we've looked at this. I see my part, my addiction, your addiction. I see the way I've been controlling. This would be a mature relationship, right? To where we understanding there is no judgment. I'm going to own my side. You're going to own your side. And we are going to liberate and free ourselves from what? From control, from anything that we're using to cope with the relationship, blaming the relationship, when all of that stuff that we look at that we want to blame and judge is within the self. So as you really get to see that, what you do is you raise your vibration, and then you can give your relationship chance based on new horizons, based on starting things in a new way, and not needing to keep going back, well, you did this and you did that and I can't believe. So that would bring you back to this place again. It would be the same thing, right? So it's just saying, you know, you really want to look at where it is that you are at this time, excuse me. And, you know, are you ready? Are you ready to take that leap? Let's take one for I don't deserve you. You're better off without me. And look at that. Again, a lot of reversals. So, you know, with the Fool in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, Inspiration in reverse, Six of Voices is the universe nudging you. It's that hand of the universe guiding you to better waters, to a better way of experiencing relationships in this way. And with the Fool in this way, and this way, there's a lot of fear of going backwards or being stuck in the past, in addictions, in judgment, and not really looking at, you know, so here's a first half, here's a second half. So, you know, again, where are you? Do you not see yourself valued to go on this journey in a different way? Do you lack a sense of self-worth? You need your validation through other people. These are huge, huge messages that come, okay? So let's go ahead and grab you a love card, and let's see what comes out. And we do have talking, so it says, interested, connecting more, avoid message. It says awaited messages. And so, okay, so some of you are waiting to have some kind of conversation, and you're waiting for that to happen, right? But it's asking you, you know, how are you going to communicate? And some of you are seeing that this is a soul connection, a partnership, and a soul contract and agreement. We're always in contracts with somebody else, so we can really learn the lessons that relationship is to bring. So if it's to release addictions or judgment, to raise you and elevate you so you can find your value and worthiness, that relationship has completed its contract. And for your last card, yeah, it's going to take courage. So it says, live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. It's going to take courage to shift from an old version to a new version of yourself. Until next time, if you're not a subscriber, tap the button, hit the bell, and leave me a comment. Much love. Love and light. Namaste.